One of my previous videos, the title asked the question, how long would I keep going? I've been an alienated parent for 3 years, alienated from only my daughter, and I have made every effort to reach out. This whole project, all of these videos, that's essentially what it is. You ask yourself, why am I doing this? I think I'm doing this because there's a legacy in it. Something that will sit there on the internet that one day my daughter may come to, and may look at it and start to kind of question what she's been told, what she remembers. The alienating parent changes reality, changes the past, rewrites the history of the child. I went on a dog walk yesterday with a friend of mine, lives just down the road, and we went out on this dog walk. And he is an alienated parent too, but he's got two lads that live a long way, really far north. And he makes the effort all the time to be going up north, to go and see his kids. There's social workers involved, because of his ex's behaviours. But he does this all the time. He tries his very best. I've known him for a little while, not too long, but he tries his very best to try and sort this out in the best way that he can for his sons. But on this dog walk, I asked him a question which is the question I ask myself. How long can I keep going with this? How long can I keep trying? Early on in this parental alienation, for me, my answer would have been, I'll never give up. I'll never stop trying. I will never not be available for my daughter. But I asked this of this friend of mine yesterday, how long will you keep doing this? Because in the meantime, what's happened is his new girlfriend and him, they've had a little baby. And so they've got this new baby. How much are you going to give up that little baby's time with her father? Because you're always going up, it's pretty much Scotland, so he's going all the way up north in an effort to try and salvage some of his relationship with his two sons he had from a previous relationship. How long would you keep going? Because keep doing that, it's at the detriment to his new daughter's experience with her father. Right now she's a baby, but babies grow quick, and she needs that time with him. So how much does one carry on? In that regard, what I was speaking to him about yesterday, I said I didn't advise him on anything he should do, but I said I asked myself this question: how long will I keep going? I have a son and a daughter, and it's only my daughter really that's been alienated. My son, by the time when it was happening to my daughter, I wasn't aware of parental alienation, and so I kick myself a lot about this, because I think if I'd have been aware, I could have done something different. I could have done something while it was still in its early stages. I could have done something to try to stop this abuse, but I didn't know. By the time my son, when my son is the only one coming, at this point now, I'm aware of parental alienation. So how I approach it is more knowing. I just believed anything I was told before, from my ex. That is my great regret, that I feel like I let my daughter down in a lot of ways because I did not know, and I didn't do anything to try to stop it or counter it. I just accepted it. All right, okay, yeah. Too placid on it. So here's the question. How long would you keep going? What would I want to actually achieve from keep trying? Let's say that my daughter were to come back and say she wanted to come back to me, to come and see me or whatever. My door is always open. I will always be the same loving father that I was. But in those 3 years, my son has come to own this space. He's come to own this space. He's come to own this dad, you know, and this time that he has with me. That would be, and this is in no way me saying that I wouldn't, you know, accept this, but I'm just saying that the shade of our time together would be different. There would be a slight difference. My son enjoys what we call boys' weekend, you know. He likes that. One thinks that that would change a little. How much would I be willing to let that change happen? I don't know. It's just a thought. It's just a really short video, and it was just a bit of a thought that I wanted to share with you. If you've got any similar experience, or if you have any of these kind of internal questions that you pose yourself, I'd love to hear it. So if you could put it in the comments, I read them all, and I would really appreciate that. If you haven't already, and you think that there's some value in this for you, I'd welcome you to subscribe. I'd encourage you to subscribe and like and all that YouTube jazz. In the meantime, protect your peace, and I will speak to you again really soon.